hot shower feels great.
Say that again.
Ain't got no hot shower. Water's colder than the chilblains in a walrus.
No hot shower.
Out of gas.
Yeah, well, would you show us to our room?
Out of rooms, too.
Yeah, I wired ahead for reservation. My name is Charles, Nick Charles.
Detective fella, ain't she? Heard about you once.
Well, I'm retired now.
If you've retired, what's your business at Melgate?
I'm here to see one of your citizens, Miss Prudence Barebones.
Never heard of her. Besides, there's nothing to it. Just wild stories.
About what?
About the doings at Miss Prudence's place. Screams and spirits and all that sort of going on. Fiddle-faddle. Don't need no detective nosing about to give our town a bad name.
Is that why you ignored my reservation?
Didn't get no wire.
Here it is. Open. Oh, the rest of these are all addressed to you. Mostly bills. Now, what about that room?
We're closed for remodeling.
Nicky, I think that this gentleman does not want us to stay in his hotel.
How did you ever get that into your pretty little head? Where does she live?
Stay away from there, I'm warning you. No good'll come of it.
Well, nevertheless, we're going there. Where does she live?
Top of Pilgrim Hill, first fork to the right, south of town.
Thanks.
I'm warning ye. Don't stay overnight.
And I'm warning ye. I'm going to write a poison pen letter about this hotel to the Chamber of Commerce.
Good girl.
Come right in, folks.
Miss Barebones?
Yes?
I'm Nick Charles. This is my wife.
How do you do?
I hope you don't mind dogs.
Oh, I love dogs.
Miss Barebones, about that note.
What note?
Well, you...
Lord, Lawford, don't put you look chill. Now, you just go in and sit you down, and I'll get us a nice hot pot of tea. It won't take me a minute.
Oh, wonderful.
Ooh, that's freezing.
I know. Nicky,
Hmm?
why do you suppose she denied sending that note?
Perhaps she didn't.
Well, if she didn't send it, then who did?
Somebody who wanted me in Malgate. Like the hotel owner, for instance. When he warned me about this place, he deliberately whet my curiosity. By not giving us a room, he hoped we'd be forced into spending the night here.
Nick, look. Nicky, did you see that? That vase just flew across the room and it crashed against the wall. Well, what are you doing?
Mother.
For a wire. It's been retracted.
Nicky, do you hear that little child crying?
It's the wind.
What do you mean it's the wind? Ask her to too. Look.
Tea's ready.
Miss Barebones, who's that little child crying?
Crying? There's no one here but us. You mentioned a note, Mr. Charles.
Oh, yes. I have it right here. The hand reaches out, the darkness calls. Come to me before it is too late.
That does sound familiar. It sort of describes the way I've been feeling lately. Voices warning me. But I don't remember writing the note. Where did you get it?
It was given to me last night. Does the name Caleb mean anything to you?
Why, certainly that's my grandfather's name.
Miss Barebones, do you remember sending a manuscript to a publisher that I represent?
Oh, you're from the publishing house.
Oh, that's all right, Miss Barebones. I'll pour.
Oh, well, thank you. Did you like my book, Mr. Charles?
Yes, what I read of it. I think it's an interesting new approach to fiction.
Fiction? Why, that's the personal history, Mr. Charles.
Personal history?
Why, of course.
Do you mean to tell me that you were born of black wind lightning?
And you used thunderbolts for your playthings?
Oh, of course not me. My great-great-great-grandmother. Her name's the same as mine. You see, she was a witch, Mr. Charles.
A witch?
Of course. Haven't you read your New England history? About they hanged the witches?
Yes, but it's all superstition, and the victims were innocent.
Oh, not my great-great-grandmother. She was a witch, all right. I have a family history to prove it.
You must be joking, Miss Barebones.
Not at all, young man.
You just bet she isn't joking.
Do you mean to tell me that your manuscript derives from family history?
From manuscripts I found in old trunks and sea chests. I'll get my book. Maybe if you read it, you'll understand what I mean.
Yes, fine.
Nick,
Yeah.
do you see this teacup?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what this teacup just did?
The what?
Well, it... That.
Ta-ta.
Oh, Nicky, I know there must be some kind of logical explanation for this, but what?
Just minor feat of magic.
Magic.
Obviously, someone is trying to impress us with what Asa, the hotel man, called doings around this place.
Doings. What is that?
I haven't the vaguest idea.
Well, Nicky's disappeared.
Well, so it seems. There must be a sound explanation. Have you ever seen those disappearing cabinets on the stage?
Well, of course I have, darling, but this is not a stage, and this is not a disappearing cabinet. As a matter of fact, this is made of solid oak, and it's at least 100 years old.
Yeah, well, go figure it. I'd have...
Oh!
Oh, I hope I didn't startle you.
Well, yes, you did, as a matter of fact, just a little.
Oh, I'm sorry. That panel leads to the wine cellar. Evidently, the original owners didn't trust their guests. Oh, how rude. My name's Pibbity.
Well, I'm Nick Charles. This is my wife. What is your business here, Mr. Pibbity?
I'm a boarder. At least, I pretend to be a boarder. Actually, I'm with the Association for the Investigation of Psychic Phenomena. And I'm here to investigate some reports about this place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what are your conclusions?
Frankly, I'm puzzled. I've observed some remarkable phenomena, but so far I've failed to find any physical explanation for them.
Oh.
Now, if you'll pardon me, it's past my bedtime.
Yes, of course. Nick.
Hmm?
Suppose all those things that we've seen happen here are not just tricks, and suppose Mr. Pibbity is right.
Here's the rest of my book, Mr. Charles. I do hope you'll forgive